I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. I got color peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got royalty inside my DNA.
Yo, what up guys, it's your boy SonTj. How's it going, man? So the new episode, The God of High School, dropped. It drops every Monday, and what can I say about this episode? Amazing storytelling. The pacing actually felt kind of normal for once, because the first 4 episodes felt very over the top in terms of pacing. Maybe because it's like a heavy action episode with some good storytelling. It really focuses on Han. And mostly how Jin's reaction towards the events that happened in the end of episode 4. Again, I haven't watched the webtoon because apparently this is based off a webtoon, so that's interesting. So let's get this started, man. I want to talk about the story first. So we know, wow, my voice has been cracking a lot. I'm hearing, ooh. Anyway, so we know from Han's backstory before this episode that he's trying to help out his friend who's a cancer patient, and he's in this tournament to get his wish to save his friend, right? That's the only reason he's fighting. In the last episode, he beats up a crap ton of people that was talking crap to him, and just just disrespecting his friend. And in the episode before, we think he's dead, but as we begin this episode, we realize that he's still in a very weakened state, and that if he's able to win the tournament fast, he might be able to get some help through nano machines or something like that. So we catch up with Jin and how he's reacting to the situation, which he's really pissed off pretty much. He beats the guy that he's supposed to fight quickly because he wants to fight he wants to fight Han as soon as he can. Then we see Jin, he's talking to Mira, wondering if she's okay. And pretty much he just says that she lost regardless, and that she took a really long time to heal herself because she's a tough girl. And Jin is like, I didn't know he can fight like that. He didn't know he can pretty much fight kind of dirty if he wants to. And even though he's saying you was injured and he still went for your injury, Mira's like, it is what it is. I just lost. He just said, I took the L, no excuses. And we see more of Han's backstory the more we're getting into it. We learn how Han and his friend became best friends, because they used to fight all the time, and he really didn't. He said that it was over petty reasons, and you can kind of tell that his best friend is around the same strength level or pretty much equal to him back in the day. I don't know if it was before he got all this anime power up Omega punches where this man is summoning dragons and crap, or summoning tigers and freaking turtles, whatever the stuff is, the things are called, but. We learned that he was pretty much the leader of a bully gang, at least Han was, and his friend was pretty much a chill dude. And I remember when the guys that was talking crap about Han and saying that his friend is gonna die, he kept on saying that his friend always acted like he was a hero of justice. So I'm assuming God, my voice is terrible today. But I'm assuming that he was Han's friend was always this nice guy who helped out people when he needed to. I guess they got into fights because Han was being a bully, you know what I mean? But we cut to a scene later on. We'll get to the Jin versus Han fight later. We cut to a scene where Han is getting jumped because his friends got beat up. And Han's friend comes in, saves the day, and they both beat up the bullies, but they're both tired. And we learn that Han really doesn't see those guys as his friend. He's a loner. Well, we knew this from the jump, but Han's friend, the cancer patient, was his only friend that he's ever really grown close to. And he says this line that Han hangs on to for pretty much the rest of his life so far, is that the more you trust friends, the more they're going to trust you. And that's something that's really interesting. So we cut into it. I'm kind of skipping parts, well, not skipping, but rearranging stuff. And we have Jin versus Han. And as usual in The God of High School, the animation, the camera work, the overall flow of the combat is amazing. You get different cuts where you're in the point of view of Han getting beat up, or you're in the point of view of Jin getting beat up. And you can see in this episode that even though Han is getting some big ups on Jin, because the guys that are running this tournament, they're saying that they're both evenly matched, but one being more talented. And you can tell Jin is the one that's more talented, because throughout this fight, because before the finale, Jin is only using like one of his special moves, which is the kicks, like the 3 kicks thing. While Han, because in his mind he thinks he still has time to save his friend, because he had a contract with the guy with the scar, and he's saying that, like, listen, we'll have a contract where, like, even though you haven't won yet, we'll keep your friend alive until you do win, right? So he's trying to beat Jin fast as he possibly can, right? And he unleashes his like Omega move where he summons like a turtle, tiger, then he does like this dragon like Kamehameha punch that knocks Jin out, at least for like 8 seconds out of the 10. But the guy with the scar decides to break Han's spirit, and he says like, hey, your friend died. Like, he didn't survive, so your contract's null and void. Which was incredibly sad. Like, insanely sad, man. And Jin, he doesn't know this, right? He doesn't know why Han beat the crap out of, I don't know why I was going to call Mira Sakura. He beat the crap out of Mira. He doesn't know why, like, what Han is fighting for. So Jin is just like, you know, he's just fighting. He doesn't really know that literally one of his friends got his, like, freaking heart broken right after that. And Jin proceeds, like, you know, starts beating him. And Han literally lost the will to fight, really. And it's really freaking sad seeing Han, like a very powerful character in this series, just completely broken, because like his reason to be in the tournament was for his friend. And before Jin can finish the job, because because again, it's not his fault that he just stopped fighting back. And again, he's trying to avenge Mira. But he's trying to avenge Mira because he literally beat the crap out of Mira. And he doesn't know why. But then Mira shows up and says like, hey, like, you know, like, don't you dare, like, quit. Like, you was 300 times stronger when you fought me. And this sweet moment happens when when Mira's able to give Han his friend's dying message. And he reads it and regains the strength to fight. And Jin, being pretty much smart enough to kind of read the room, he doesn't know why, you know, everything's going on, but he understands that, like, you know, Han and Mira are good. So he's not fighting out of, like, you know, like malice. He's fighting, you know, just like he usually fights, in enjoyment of combat. And I will say the animation hits a new peak in this fight. Like, this episode is the best animation so far, and it's so creative too. But pretty much the message before I get into the overall combat just pretty much reads that, like, he knows that the nano machines are not going to save him. Because it's kind of weird how all these nano machines are able to, like, you know, heal and everyone, but I guess it's not able to save, you know, a cancer patient who's too far gone. And yeah, he pretty much reads the message, and the message pretty much says that, like, you know, like, I want you to keep fighting, and I know I'm your only friend, which scares me. So I hope that you are able to keep fighting on and learn to trust more people and not just me. Which is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see, a beautiful thing to have in your storytelling for a character. And you see pretty much Han's friend is so similar to Jin. Like, he's so similar. They both have the same love and admiration for Han, even though they, like, don't really, it's like one of those things, like, when someone just meets you and they're already like your best friend without that much time. That's what Jin gives off, because when Han does that, like, you know, Omega Dragon Punch thing, when he knocked him down, Jin was like, Jin was trying to, like, shake his hand, like, you know, get him to fight. Like, even when Jin is in a very angry state, he's still willing to be nice to his friends. And but the fight kicks up, and what can I say, man? Like, they changed the whole dynamic of the animation. Reminds me of some Street Fighter X Tekken with those trailers where the background changes, the auras, the flowing, they become like black marks of aura. Loved it, loved all of it. And you get to see more of Jin's true potential, because you can see throughout the fight, Jin is mostly using one of his standard moves, which is like the 3 kicks, while Han is throwing out all the stops. And Jin, to finish off the fight, does his own dragon kick, because Han did a dragon punch. And he finishes off the fight. But again, I would like more information why these guys are summoning like key fists and key kicks and stuff, but it's whatever. And you see the guy with the scar on his chin talking about there's 2 tiger cubs. So yeah, this whole tiger cub thing, that's just really interesting. Like, maybe he's referring to Jin and Han. Maybe like, I don't know, Jin has like a sibling. I don't know. But it ends with the gang getting back together. Like, you know, you got the big three. You got Goku, Ichigo, Sakura. I mean, you got Mira, Jin, and Han talking, and he's pretty much admitting that they are his friends. Again, this is a cliche in all anime and shonen type stuff, but he's a character where like he doesn't trust anyone, and he just sees everyone like when things go bad, they're gonna leave you. And honestly, that's real life. Like a lot of people, like they will call you your friend as soon as things go left, they gone. But what Han's friend told him really stuck to him. It's like, you gotta have more faith in people. Like, yeah, you're gonna get hurt, but if you show people that you trust them, they're gonna trust you more. And he goes to his friend's remains because he cremates his friend, and you know, he puts the message in there, and he says, "I'm not alone," haha. And he puts a picture of him, Jin and Mira. Beautiful, beautiful episode. I don't know if, you know, they're leaving a crap stuff out, and I don't know if they're leaving a bunch of stuff out or anything like that. I don't want to go into that full debate, but from what I've seen, despite all the stuff, and I'm going to read the webtoon. It's a lot of chapters though. I'm trying to, the funny thing is, for the people that, like, you know, that really do watch this video, I'm trying to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, and I think I'm gonna try to rewatch those, and I could probably make more videos out of those. I'm gonna watch Mob Psycho. I'm gonna definitely watch that. And I'm trying to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm trying to catch up on a lot of stuff. I don't know if I can. I'm running out of time. But yeah, man, definitely this is a 10 out of 10 episode. The pacing actually felt pretty nice. Again, it might be skipping things. We might need more backstory about Han's best friend. I'm sorry if I don't know Han's best friend's name. I'm not trying to look up too much stuff so I don't get spoiled. Oh, okay, his name is Wu, like Wu, so I don't know how to say the rest of his name, but I'm looking at Crunchyroll's website. So yeah, man, definitely check out The God of High School. The animation in fight choreography has been pretty insane for these 5 episodes. I don't really see a dip in quality. I'm liking Jin's character. Like, again, Goku's my favorite character, and you can tell this guy is because Goku's inspired by Sun Wukong, right? The Monkey King in Japanese culture. You can tell he's the exact same way. His hairstyle kind of reminds me of Goku's too, just looking at it. But yeah, man, definitely love this episode. Definitely check it out, man. I really love Han. I really love Jin, and I'm glad they're all back together. And we're gonna see what this leads to, man. Like, we see some interesting people after the episode saying like, "Oh, this is all Jin has or Han has," and then you see this guy smiling in there. So yeah, really excited. Loved it. Love Han's character development. Love what's going on. So yeah, SonTj, peace. Love you all.